Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Barbarian, this Crusader Kings 2 and we return here to Gujarat and we are in an okay but also very threatened position. Shahui of Gujarat, he is Saka yet again, so he returned to the original culture here. He is a charismatic negotiator, club-footed, uncouth, arbitrary, zealous, ambitious, envious, and he is Cancer, which is of course horrifying, but especially in these very early years of his conscious reign after having just become 16, he has to focus on two things and two things only. The first thing is, of course, that he needs to defend himself against a rebellion that could have been so much more, and yet we got lucky. I honestly still don't understand what went wrong there. The message of, declaring the rebellion clearly showed 4 vassals being involved and then only 1 rebels. I mean, I'm not going to complain, of course, but it is a bit weird. Now, that being said, we face a much greater threat. The Caliph Ali the Silent, I think is his name, right? Yeah, Caliph Ali III the Silent is coming for our lands, and we need to defeat him. I mean, at the end of the day, we need to go and we need to teach him a lesson. I will point out that we don't necessarily need to hold on to this land over here, because that is not actually part of what I need to hold to finish this achievement, and it's not even part of what I need to hold to finish Rajasthan, and my god, we do need Rajasthan. Without Rajasthan, we won't be in any position of, essentially destroying our opponents, because I will be permanently over the vassal limit, and that, of course, would be a real shame. So, essentially, what we're going to do here is I'm going to immediately take up a loan, and then we're going to go ahead, and I feel as though we're going to hire some mercenaries here. What about the Keeling Company? Are any of you actual good commanders? See, that's the main question. All of you are horrible. Doesn't this actually give you a bonus? Moral damage. Oh, would you look at that? You know what? You're hired, fellow. Just for that, you are actually hired. What we're going to do is we're going to suppress the revolt as soon as possible, as quickly as possible, and then we're going to move on, and we're going to try to defeat the Caliph. Can we defeat the Caliph? Well, I mean, I don't know. I will try my best. Whether we can do anything about this, I have no idea, but what I do know is I need to strike all of you down. And there you go, the rebellion has been defeated. It was a very swift victory. There is a new rebellion, but that's just some peasants rising up. I'm not too worried about that. And while I would love to keep this guy in prison, I desperately require the money. So what we're going to do is here, I'm of course going to ransom you. My god, these are horrible times. And I truly mean, horrible. It's very difficult here for me to approach this, seeing as, the vassal limit makes it so that event-spawn troops like the Caliph has them are a huge threat to anything that I do. Now, with that being said, I need to spend more money, because the troops that we have most certainly won't carry us through here, but my god, I don't know. 10k troops against his 17k. It's going to be 18k. My god, it's more and more. It's going to be a rough one, I'll be honest with you. Our wife is at the very least pregnant. That is very important. And wait, what? He just settled in Persia. So this used to be the king of Persia. And nomads can actually do this. It's a bit of a weird system, but they can essentially settle on top of your face. Meaning they will come in, they will take away your kingdom title without you being able to do anything about it, and that counts as settled. Oh my god. We're gonna see where that goes, huh? I'm not that happy about this incredibly strong neighborhood. Definitely not something that I want to be involved in, but here we are. You can't always choose your neighbors. You can only pick your fights, and that is, I suppose, what I will be limiting myself to. This just, a bit rude. I will tell you that much. It is a bit rude. And we have a son. Look at that. Samgai, welcome to the world. Oh my god, Samgai. I'm just some guy. I will never forgive myself, but I will also keep making those jokes. So be prepared. And by the way, I will not surrender. Let's fight our opponents in the mountains. Let's destroy them. I, as always, of course, baited them in, and I will be the one to destroy them. Let's destroy them in the province of Kandail. Those are mountains. We should be able to completely annihilate them if things go well, and things barely went well. My god, that was actually pretty bad. Yeah, that was pretty bad indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a one battle, but holy crap, that was not something that I'm happy with. Either way, we can now dispatch even more of his troops. Yeah, I think that is exactly what we need to do here. Let's take them out. Oh, nope, okay, I hate that. So their retreat, oh my, I really hate that, man, this game sometimes. Their retreat made it so that they didn't stop as they usually would in their own territory or in occupied territory. They stopped over here. So now I'm gonna lose my troops, because apparently that's cool. Alright, we just lost that war. I'll be honest with you, I think that's frustrating. I think that is what I don't like about shattered retreat, and I'm actually a big fan of it, but what I don't like about it is this unpredictability of where the shattered retreat actually goes in terms of, you know, my or their territory. This was not friendly territory. But either way, I'll take it. Listen, if it's a loss, then it's a loss. You gotta take it, you gotta, you know, accept the way these things happen, and I'm just gonna dissolve one of you. I think I'm gonna dissolve, yeah, I think I'm gonna take one of these, and just gonna keep them under my employ. This is a huge shame, don't get this mixed up in any way whatsoever. It's a huge shame and I hate it, but it is what it is. I can't really say anything against the circumstances that we are currently in. I will accept them as they are. Now, with that being said, we have to look forward. We have to look towards the future. And I think the future lies in the east. Because if I can create, as I already said, Rajasthan, we would be looking at an amazing future where all of a sudden I can have king tier vassals and make some things happen. What is this? Lada Conquest of Kashmira. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Is this here? This is not Rajasthan. Yeah, it's not Rajasthan indeed. How do you proceed here? You are at war against Pala, which is very, very cool. I think we're gonna enter a holy war here for sure. I would love to split his realm. These are 4 counties as well. That is a very good duchy. You know what? Let's go in there. It's risky, but I am zealous and I shall proceed in this war. Let's make this happen. And honestly, I am quite unhappy about this because it won't even carry us that far. So doing such a radical step isn't something that I would usually consider. But he is a zealous man and we are in a desperate position of having to fight the Hindus and, you know, not doing all that hotly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expel the Jewry and hope that, you know, this money makes it worth my while. You have decided to expel all Jews from your realm after your guards round the Jewry up. They are forced to depart in yet another large exodus for lands more friendly to their kind. You know, the thing here really is that Shah Hui has been incredibly unsuccessful. Even his great-grandfather, my god, it's already the great-grandfather, but even his great-grandfather was in a position of not needing to anything such a radical, you know, intrusion on anybody's life in the realm. But he had to do it because he is actually just a pretty bad emperor. Why did I say emperor? A pretty bad king. He's just a pretty bad king that needed to take the property of others to, you know, come out and actually succeed. Are you kidding me? No way. Oh my god, this is actually a bad joke. Did I trigger this by being the historian? No way. Come on, man. You can't do that. That is just incredibly rude. That is just incredibly rude. Alright, I don't know. This is going to be a tough one then. I think you can just hire... the Holy Orders. And that's going to be very, very difficult for us. Would you look at that? They're coming for us and this is our only chance. This is the only shot to actually make this happen. I'm running out of money again. I need to pummel them. I need to destroy them. And only afterwards would I be able to actually consider going ahead with, well, anything really, you know, for example, dissolving my troops. If I don't do it, then this war is most certainly lost and I was able to ransom yet another person there. Okay, let's do this. I mean, this is the fight, legitimately. This is the exact engagement in which it decides, you know, or in which we decide whether we will be successful or not. Let's just take a quick look at this. This is going to be the most important battle of his reign, because losing in the west, of course, isn't that fundamentally difficult, but losing over here would be horrible. And I can duel someone, and we're both horrible at it. My condolences to both of us. I think we might actually just both die here. And by the way, this does remind me, speaking of inheritance, you know, in case I die, I do need to actually vote for this guy. Samgai. I mean, my troops are performing with excellence and my chest is swelling with pride as we keep pressing forward. I turn back, and we're not really performing that well, but okay. I turn back to answer the call of a soldier nearby when suddenly there's a sharp pain in my leg. Gritting my teeth, I hear an enemy shouting, "Stay down, you rapacious filthy. I will duel you." Just as I smack my scimitar into the side of his head, Rashkumar I can't read that. Chagrayuda managed to smack his battle axe into the side of my head. Dizzy, I collapse into the dirt. That ogre of a man won this one. I wish I could actually read these names and words, but I lack the ability to do so. And look at that. The reinforcements definitely carrying us here. I lost my flank so quickly. Not a good commander, I suppose, but we are almost at a victory here. If I can find a province, I think this one is the preferable one here. If I could find a province that I could just take out very, very quickly, this would be, I mean, it would be huge. An actual victory. The first of its kind for this king, and maybe even the last, but let's not hope that it's going to be the last. Holy crap, we actually did it. And yeah, look at that. So we still need a lot to get actually to the Empire tier title, but we have now split the Kingdom of Ayuda. This should go independent once all of this is over. But more importantly, I think we now have a northern Hinduism and a southern Hinduism, and while they of course can hire, you know, the Holy Orders, we are in a position where this is incredibly, incredibly beneficial to us, seeing as I now am in a position to wage war up here without all of you coming in. And I think, what are you, Hindu? No, you are, oh, that is gorgeous, you're Buddhist. Very, very nice, I don't need to engage with that. I'm going to dissolve the troops, I'm going to dissolve everything we have, I think, and we're going to make our way from there, shall we? Alright, so I have no idea where we go from here, because I don't think that we, you know, have the finances to go anywhere when it comes to aggressive expansion. We now all of a sudden have holy orders against us in, you know, the Indian locations here, in the Hindustani and the Jain, but I don't think there's any Jain rulers to begin with. But all of those people now have access to holy orders, and my god, that really, really puts a bit of an issue on my expansionary plans. And this guy still has 9.2k event-spawned troops. God damn it. The event spawn troops in... What? The event spawn troops in this one really make it super, super harsh if you are not an event spawn related character. And, well, I mean, we aren't, right? So this is pretty difficult. But let's just see what we can do. Let's try to turn this our way. It's a difficult one. So what I'm about to do is very risky, but I think this is the way forward. If we ever want to be unbeatable, if we ever want to be strong, and most importantly, I guess, if we ever want to face China, then I need to have more troops. Now, conquering all of this is out of the question, because first of all, I couldn't sustain it just based on the vassal limit, but second of all, they are also simply too strong to actually do that, because if I, you know, for example, declare a holy war, then all the Hindus here will band together and without a doubt destroy me. What I am instead going to do is, I'm going to declare a war to extort tribute, because if I do this, that means that we would be in a beautiful position where I can actually call, and they can not say no, where Rashtrakuta will be able to be called into our wars. And I think we're going to do this. We have one ally, it's a 750 horse lord here. There's, you know, it's nice, that's a good ally. I support that ally existing, and I hope that he will come down. He currently is not in the war. This is going to be a close war. I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to be an incredibly close war, in particular because there are no mountains down here, and you can't see anything on the terrain map, of course, but there are no mountains in this region. It's all desert, it's plains, it's jungle, territory in which I am unable to fight. Now, what I'm also thinking about, but I don't think we can actually do anything about this, yeah, none of these concubines that I could theoretically send them would be really worth anything. My court chaplain, sure, you know what, why don't you go tell the Chinese emperor about Nestorianism? That's a good idea in general, I guess. You're a pretty bad commander. And sadly, indeed, this doesn't give me the right for a strategist. A strategist would be so, so great. But oh well. Here we go. Let's see what we can do. And now with our Horse Lord allies having arrived, let's ride into battle. We are in a pretty good position. We won one battle. We lost one battle. And now that we are on the offensive, this should be doable. Can I tech something up here, just for the record, that actually wouldn't matter? Maybe the morale, but I don't think we have that much in terms of cavalry. I mean, I don't think that's worth taking up. I should save those tech points instead. Now let's go in, let's fight this battle, and let's see how it goes. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the Horse Lords, I think, are carrying us there. Honestly, Horse Lords are just so damn good. It's so satisfying to see them destroy the enemy. My god, we can actually win this war. And if we do, or rather maybe when we do, I will be in a position of absolute power. Because all of a sudden we have such a strong ally, or well, you know, tributary of course. It will be tremendous. And the war is finally over. We have won, completely decimating our opponent. And the Rashtrakuta dynasty is also in a bit of trouble here, and they might even call me in here. Yeah, I'm gonna go against you here. There's a rebellion over there. That's okay. We've done okay. We've done quite well. I will, of course, again, as I said, defend his right to rule these lands. Because, like, this is, of course, unacceptable. What is this supposed to be? Oh, they inherited down here, right. Because I did not have realm inheritance as illegal outside of our realm. Well, that sucks, but what can you do about it? You know, it's just one province. Ultimately, I don't think that this will be the deciding factor here. But you know what I think will be the deciding factor? Oh, not fighting in the mountains would be very, very smart. Let me just call this guy in. And oh my god, why is everybody in this family going insane? Is that just a pattern that I've established by accident by going insane with the first character? The dark stain of heresy has infected everyone around me. The devil is winning the war for humanity's soul. No one is pure except me. I am a lunatic, but at least I'm happy. Alright, what we're going to do is, I'm going to now declare a holy war in the hope that this actually works the way that I believe it does, which means that I can then call in the Rashtrakuta dynasty and everything should be fine. If we go for Kanyakubia, my god, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you kidding me? That's 6 counties? That's incredible. Let's declare this war. Let's make this happen. Let's hope that it all works out. If I get to call all of you guys in first, it would be so tremendously important to the entire cause. We have a lot of money as well, by the way. We are also making a bit of money despite having, you know, a tiny core of mercenaries raised. But if I get the support of the Rashtrakuta dynasty, then we will, without a doubt, succeed. You have to be actually kidding me. Man, I know there's always a risk attached to this, okay? So I knew this could happen, but you gotta be kidding me. I cannot stop coughing. Something is filling my lungs. An enemy soldier is shouting orders, but I'm having a hard time focusing on the words. My knees give away and I'm on the ground dropping my scimitar. Tell Kavanase that I love her. Him. See, I'm thinking now. Did this happen? Did this happen because I have cancer? Because, like, it doesn't imply that I got hit by anything, right? Or maybe I got hit by an arrow and I just didn't notice. Either way, we do have an heir. He's 16. Shah Hazada, Samgai of Gujarat. He's a very mediocre flamboyant schemer, but that's okay. He's trusting, ambitious, arbitrary, and patient. And I guess I'm dead. I have passed away, but at the very least, quite frankly... excuse me? There you go. At the very least, quite frankly, we're looking at a situation where this victory is still very much, you know, dependent on the fact that I had the Rashtrakuta dynasty underneath me. So despite this not lasting for all that long, it was incredibly, incredibly helpful. And I'm actually going to focus on intrigue because I would like to become a master, you know, a master spy essentially. So let's just work on that. I am married. My wife, however, is not of the right religion. I don't think he cares. I don't think he really cares about anything when it comes to religion. His father was way too, you know, eager to push deep down on, or rather against, the enemies of the religion, but he doesn't really care. He just cares that he's in power and he cares about the circumstances of keeping that power, so that is exactly what we are also going to be focusing on. And if I'm not mistaken here, and what is this? What would I lose here? The Dragon Amulet. Oh yeah, don't spare any expenses. This war is over. So, you know what, Rashtrakuta dynasty, you have served me well, and I am now in full control of this position. I am so in love with this. Now, he has multiple kingdom titles, so me actually usurping one does nothing. We are in an incredibly, incredibly strong position now, and the question is just 72%. Yeah, we need to get like 7 or 8 more provinces, something like that anyway. Absolutely excellent. Just look at the beauty of this. This is actually so beneficial, and it has been so beneficial to us in these circumstances. Alright, let's carry on. I'm gonna hand all of this stuff out, and then we're gonna check out what we can do, eh? Alright, what should our ambition be? Become exalted among men? I mean, maybe. We do have brothers, so I'm not that concerned about our heir situation. Sure, you know what? Become recognized. We are ambitious. I don't know how I want to, you know, become recognized, what exactly it should take for me, but I will most certainly focus on that. Let's also recruit a court physician. That's never bad. And quite frankly, let's welcome the Jews back in. That was, of course, a bit of a ban that, you know, was driven by madness, as it turns out, so... we are now, yet again, one of the functioning realms of the world. We are voting on council authority. Let's just push that through here real quick. And I think from there now, let's just check out. We have 708 troops raised right there. We are losing the title currently. That just means that I need to vote on something. Sure, you, Shahzada Kvarnas, can rule this, but some guy will be on the throne now and forever. Man, had I died just a minute later, I could have just immediately declared yet another war against this fella, and it would have been so beneficial for us. But, I mean, I can't really complain, can I? We are in an incredibly strong position, quite frankly. I'm looking at this. I might want to declare a war against the Rashtrakuta dynasty for Anupa, because that is part of Rajasthan. Okay, let's do this. We have a good amount of money, we have a good amount of troops, and Anupa is 4 provinces. That is a huge gain that would put us so damn close to actually getting full access to the Empire of Rajasthan and everything that it comes with. I hate this fight, but I'll take it, sure. We should win it. Yeah, we are. There you go. Let's win this. Let's do this. Let's try to get this done. I can only really hope that we will get it done. It is uncertain, because there may be people coming in to aid him in this, you know, holy war, but we'll see. We will see. Right now, I feel very confident about our chances here. You know, I really hate it when realms split while I am attacking them. Why would I just go, okay, I can't go for the other half of Anupa, because apparently we're in a situation where, well, that other half does not legally belong to my enemy anymore. I would simply seize it, even if, you know, the father dies and the sons inherit. But look at this. I think this might genuinely be the arrival of the good king. somebody that actually wins wars, somebody that is strong enough to actually push through and destroy his enemies. I'm a huge fan. Now let's take a look at the vassal map. Yep, should not have done that. Absolutely hate that. Either way, we are in a tremendously strong position, and we're going to now immediately, I think, push through. I mean, why wouldn't I, right? None of that stuff, though, is Rajasthan, so honestly, I mean, only Anupa, but that's just 2 counties. I'm not too concerned with that. Do we still have a truce? We do. And that's a long truce. I mean, my god. That is a very long truce indeed. You know what? I think we should just go and just start the Holy War here. Yet another Holy War, but we're gonna do it for Anupa yet again, because going for a Holy War for Anupa, of course, does mean that, you know, it is more Rajasthan land. And at the end of the day, isn't that the dream? Finally forming Rajasthan, and with 2 more provinces, I mean, we're not going to be that far away anymore. Wait a minute, are you independent? No, okay, we have a truce, so I can't actually do that. Okay, let's just move in against this fella here for Anupa. We have to do 2 wars, it's a pain in the ass, I hate it too, but don't worry about it. And oh my god, in the very first battle, I capture the king. Are you kidding me? And what we're going to do is, I'm going to ransom this guy. I'm gonna keep the king, we're gonna get the money from that guy, and then we are ending the war immediately. Wow. That was incredibly fast. Now, as you can see, by the way, I'm handing out titles every single time I get a county to all the people that don't like me, because, you know, if they don't like me, I can just give them 1 title and then they will like me. That's at least the logic that I have operating with here. Have been operating with here. Nice English. Look at that. We actually may have a good king. Shah Samgai. You know, Samgai had to turn out to be a good king after all, eh? Is this Rajasthan? It is, my friend. How would you feel about becoming a part of my realm? And would you look at that? We are a tremendous kingdom, and we are holding up as well. I mean, you know, look at the beauty that we are. Look at the beauty that we will become when in the next episode I will push even further for the Empire of Rajasthan. But for the moment, I think we're done. Let's just take a quick look around the map. The Umayyads are blobbing as though they were the real Caliph, so we are going to see the Crusades quite soon, judging by the fact that they hold Toulouse. The Aztecs, of course, hold everything over here. Have the Aztecs. The Aztecs are still the Aztecs, but when they die, they will become Bedouin Sunni. That is, of course, nonsensical. You are completely detached from any form of centralization. It's an interesting map, not a map that I like, but it's a map, honestly, like, in the way that it is built up here, a map that I've never seen before. I'm serious, like, the way that everything falls apart, but some people can blob out, including myself, of course, is quite rare. And you're doing quite well, look at that. Look at the Umayyad Empire. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that explains it. I'll end this episode right here, I think. Oh, I can already smell the success. I can already smell this achievement, and then only 1 is left. But for the moment, I would like to thank the members of the channel, namely the Barons Aaron, Stefan, the Richest, T, Snywolf, Thomas, Mitchell, MFA, Florian, Dan, the Murcielago, Jacob, Rex Romanorum, Falling Phoenix, and Eterna, as well as, of course, the Counts, Shifty, Wombat, Kazen, and Lachlan, and last but not least, the absolutely beautiful Dukes, Suspicious Dark, Nathan, Jack, Kenneth, Alexo, Goodfield, Eric, Aiden, and Kiriana. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you later, Alligator.